I got me a truck, a trailer, and a chainsaw.
Stay back, I got a chainsaw.
And $0. Can we go from 0 to 100 million? Let's find out. Well, hello and welcome back in, everybody. This is episode 57 on our journey from 0 to $100 million, and we are getting there, a little over 10% of the way there. Now, this is actually going to be probably the starting of our largest planting season yet. Not only are we going to plant all these fields once again, but we're going to plant them with so many different types of crops. I don't even know if I got enough fields for all the crops I want to plant. I want to plant 2 of these fields with some cotton. That seems like a good money maker for clothes. I also want to plant a field with potatoes, carrots, parsnips, red beets, and whatever's left over will be oats to get it back on a regular planting cycle. Now, what I mean by regular planting cycle, talking about the grain cycles stuff, I don't know. I mentioned a little bit last episode, and it's in there. Ain't gonna worry about it this time around, but let's go ahead and get down on the ground and sleep through the month here because we got a few months to sleep away before we actually can plant anything. The first thing up is cotton. Now, the month of February, and looks like it is time to do some planting of the cotton, and I just realized I think I made a mistake. Let me run super fast over to another field of ours that we got planted. I think I forgot to do something right here. Weeds, large, all tires are welcome. Okay, that's good, that's good. Hey, as long as I can drive on it with all tires, I'm fine, I think. Let's go ahead and get these weeds taken care of at the same time as planting those other fields. Now, I do have 2 planters, but I'm just gonna go ahead and run 1 because I got other work to do while this one's going. And I'm gonna look at the fields real quick and see weeds are large. That's gonna come back, no big deal there. Don't need anything else done to the field except for some lime and nitrogen, of course, but the nitrogen comes out on this planter automatically. So let's go ahead and plant it, get some lime down, take care of the weeds on the other field, and I got some stuff in town I gotta take care of too. Even though I no longer have to shift these pallets around anymore, I still gotta come over here and add compost to them. That's not fun, right? But now that I think about it more, could I do this in a global goods transport pallet? Probably not, because this is a special item, but I might be able to do manure and save on me having to drive around with this. Looks like both fields are all done with planting on cotton, and this one I actually was able to get over here and take care of the lime first. And I do have both my lime trucks running around right now to take care of the fields before they come up on planting time. That's the idea. And of course, the first field I started with cotton planting, it's got the limer going on it now. There's one little issue here I gotta keep an eye on, is those weeds. Now, those pesky weeds. I hate those weeds. But now we gotta end up getting those taken care of before they grow up and be too big, which usually is after a month or 2 after planting. Now, I have nothing else to plant here in the month of February, but in the next month, we will be planting some stuff. Let's see here. March is the month for potatoes and oats. Now, there's a little bit of an issue with that as far as potatoes and oats. I gotta save some fields for the other stuff, because if y'all remember, the oats are gonna be what resets our grain calendar or our harvest calendar or cycle or whatever I want to call it. I don't even know what it's actually called. There's also carrots, parsnips, and red beets that are due to plant the month after the oats, so I gotta save 3 fields for those 3 items. So let's go ahead and sleep through the month and get that going. Here we go. Let's go ahead and take a quick aerial look over the fields here and decide which ones I'm going to save. I think I'm going to go ahead and save these 2 on the left. Okay, those 2 on the left, they're going to be carrots, parsnip, or red beets. And then our other field all the way down here. So kind of our smaller fields is what I want to save for those crops. And then the rest of them are going to turn into oats besides one of them, which is going to be potatoes. Now I'm thinking I would like to probably just do the potatoes on my largest field I got left. We'll just do it right here on this field. So, quick recap once again. Let's see here. This field over here is going to be reserved. This field here is going to be for oats. This field over here is going to be for potatoes. This field over here is going to be for oats. Now, as far as those oats, we're going to use them to probably make some flour. And then over here is going to be 2 reserved fields for something later on. And then this field over here is cotton, which has some weeds growing in we need to take care of. And this field over here is also cotton. That has some weeds growing in also. But then we got grass and grass over there. That's kind of what the layout's looking like, what we got, what I'm going to work with, what I'm going to do. Let me get it done. With me having a few extra fields to go ahead and plant this month, let's just go ahead and get out the other planter and make it go a little bit faster. I'm going to switch this over to oats because I already got that potato one going. While doing a little bit of work in the town with the productions and everything, I noticed one of them wasn't running. That's because there's no milk. So let's go ahead and go to our cow pasture barn and see how much milk we got to taking it down. Looking into the cow barn here in the bottom right there, unfortunately, it says we only have 156,000 liters of milk. That's not that much at all. And I also said I'm going to take it into town. I don't think I'm taking it into town. I believe I'm using the silo at our farm to distribute into town because there's more than one place that will take this milk. At least I think that's what I'm doing. It's been a while since I've done it. Let's go ahead and look at that. Plus, got this finished worker up here on the top. I believe that is my last worker done planting the fields now. And yes, it was. This planting is all done now. All I got left is carrots, parsnips, and red beets, which is 3 fields that I have not done yet. That's going to have to happen next month. But let's go ahead and get this. Yeah, you know what? Let's not take it back. Let's just go ahead and bring it over here, park it on the side, because next month I'm going to have to use it on these fields. Why waste my time driving all the way over there? Here's the easy way to tell if I'm using the silo or not. All I got to do is go into the silo production chain thing and look at it. It says milk is set on distributing, so yes, I was using this. I'll go ahead and dump all our milk into there, and it will go over to the next production eventually. Now, here's the issue that I am talking about and trying to fix, which is us not having milk. I just saw all these red bubbles. I'm like, wow, what am I really missing here? And they all link towards milk. So I didn't realize how big of a deal the milk was. Hopefully we start getting that number up quite a bit because I don't think we got enough. What? Just realized I can make this chocolate. We have the sugar, we have the milk, we even have the cocoa powder. Oh my gosh, turning that on. I'm so excited about that one. I feel like my money's about to go up a whole lot, even though it's dropping slowly. I am buying some stones right now. That's why that's dropping. But looking in the bottom right there, we are almost full on a lot of this stuff. So I went ahead and came in here, switched it over to selling, and I'm going to jump over to the next hour. And that's why I wanted to bring y'all back to kind of explain where all this money is kind of coming from. I already did this to one greenhouse with only one product, and I believe I went up quite a bit of money there. Jumped over to the next hour there, and I did not make much money. Wow, I'm still in the 15 million. So I could have sworn I made a lot more than that earlier. You know, I'm going to be honest with you. On that last sell there, I honestly thought I would make it up to almost $20 million. So that was a lot of products. I guess it just didn't have as much value to it as I thought it did. Oh well. We are now in the month of April, and this is the month where we get to finish out the planting, but I don't think I'm going to have enough time this episode, so let's go ahead and do a quick overview of everything that needs to be done. And also, we're up to $17 million. That is amazing. We got 3 fields left to plant. That's going to be the carrots, parsnips, and red beets. And then, of course, I have some grass fields that are ready to harvest. Those are actually going to take up a large portion of my time. That's why I'm saying I don't exactly have the time this episode to finish it up, so we'll get to it next episode. I really want to thank y'all so much for stopping in and watching. Really do appreciate it. If y'all haven't already, please make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. If y'all got any tips, tricks, or suggestions, feel free to leave them down in the comment section because they're always welcome. Very much appreciate it and very much need it. And until next time, y'all take care.